Welcome back. Under the theme Storytelling Through Music, we are witnessing something truly magical. Young musicians aged 8 to 28 from across our beautiful country are coming together to share their passion, their discipline, as well as their dreams. Guided by world-class mentors from Namibia and a prestigious Radio Symphony Orchestra Berlin, these talented youth are building bridges not only across cultures but across generations. And with original works like Otjihambarere, a Namibian fairy tale, of course inspired by our own children's stories, this festival proves that music is not only just heard, it's felt, imagined as well, and of course it's 100% felt. Now, joining us in studio is Elson Hindundu, the composer and conductor of this orchestra. Well, very good evening to you.
Good evening, thank you.
Actually, a big pleasure to be meeting you in person. We've of course seen the great work that you're doing, orchestrating a lot of festivals or other music events. So, talk to us about this year's event. What does it feel like to actually be part of this year's National Youth Ochestra Festival?
It's an honor for me, and I think also for all the composers that are there, because now we also see a huge door opening up for us Namibian composers.
Yeah.
That Namibian festivals now are starting to engage more of Namibian composers in their festival, which is, this is the first time that something like that will be done by the youth orchestra. I think this is the second year they are doing the festival.
Nice.
And that they have also taken such a huge step to include Namibian composers to be part of this. So for me, it's such a huge honor as a composer that my work is going to be part of this festival, and me being part of this festival is such a huge honor.
Absolutely, and I love your excitement. What do you think really prompted to Namibia being recognized to this to this level, or rather to this big stage? Talk to us about your journey and what really you believe made it possible for Namibia to actually be recognized at this very big stage?
I think it has to do with people that has worked so hard for us to be here, and there's people like Marcelina Swartboy and all of that has really worked so much for this. And for me, it's again quite a huge honor that I'm part of these people that are actually also trying to take Namibia out there in the map. For the first time, we got our first opera to be performed not only here in Namibia but also worldwide. So it's quite a huge honor, and it's quite something that is very important for us to actually really work hard to get the Namibian stories out there in the world as
Absolutely.
well. Yeah.
And how was it like working with international mentors, especially from Germany, and how they impacted your musical growth?
Man, it's amazing, It's always good to work with professionals, not only with the orchestra, the musicians themselves, but also having some master classes with world-class conductors, So it's really a huge. They have played a really big role in my life. I would say in my whole musical journey. The one person that has really played so much role in my life is Cornelia, who's from Germany as well. And so it's really amazing that the work that they do, the fact that they also take some time to come here and to work with us and to actually give us this opportunity to get to that stage as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like the theme. It says storytelling through music. What story are you hoping to tell at this performance? I'm actually quite interested in seeing what the Namibian artists are actually going to be bringing to that stage.
There's one thing that I've really have realized is that we don't really get our Namibian stories out there, not only here in Namibia, but worldwide, So my aim is actually to take the Namibian stories out there, talking about the beauty of Namibia, the beauty of the people, of the culture, the animals that we have in our country.
Indeed.
So for me, the story that I really would love to tell is really the story of us as unity, love, how we are as a rainbow nation here in Namibia, and how we come together in unity, to create such a beautiful place like this. So my aim really is just to tell the story of Namibia, who we are.
Yeah, it goes without saying that, of course, your team has been preparing quite hard for this upcoming performance. What would you say has been the most challenging part of training for this coming week?
You are always, as a composer, when you write something, you are always wondering, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Because everything is just in your mind, So the one thing that was really challenging is just to come to to overcome that fear that, this is not going to work, this is not going to work. But what has been really amazing is how seeing all these kids coming all together to play such a piece, in my mind, that has been in your mind for such a long time. Now they are there playing this piece, and it's just the most amazing, rewarding thing that one can ever do.
And no thought has come to perhaps change that.
It has come there and there, but when you get to see and you see that the kids are actually playing the music, it's really amazing. You are motivated. One is really blessed, I would say, to just see the work being done, especially by young children that are coming all over from Namibia. It's really amazing.
Absolutely. And you mentioned young people. What is it like really having to get young people actually exposed on a bigger stage such as this? Because it actually also brings a lot about the growth, exposure. What is it like really as a conductor to actually make sure that these guys actually get to taste that feeling of international performance?
It's amazing. I would tell you that because so many kids, so many children do not get a chance to perform at such big stage like that. So seeing all these kids coming from all over the country, from the north to the south, from the east and the west as well, it's really amazing to just get them there and seeing their excitement to just to perform on such a stage with world-class musicians as well. It's really amazing. It's like a dream come true. It's not like, it is a dream come true for the Namibian community to get such young people to perform on such huge stage like that.
Absolutely. The dream must be, to take your musical journey, even further beyond this festival. What would you say the vision is long term?
I would love to take it all right. Of course, I've gotten into the German community already, but I would love to take it all over the world. I would love to see Namibian music being recognized not only in Germany, but all over, in America, in Australia, in China. I would love to see that, especially in this genre that we are in, the classical genre, seeing such Namibian stories being told in that genre. So that's my main aim.
Absolutely. For the longest time, it has been said that, our own people kind of slack a bit on supporting our own craft. What do you have to say to that as, of course, as a composer and a conductor? Do you think that something still needs to be done, or where do we stand now in terms of supporting our own craft and also even having to elevate it even further beyond where we are actually going? Berlin, to be specific.
The one thing that I've realized is our people are not exposed to this kind of music, especially when it comes to the classical world, to the opera world, to orchestras and all of that. We are not really exposed to that. And that's where I came up with composing such music, Namibian, that tells really a story of Namibia, to also create new idioms that the Namibian people can connect with. So the one thing that I think there's definitely work to be done. And the one thing is actually through the kids, through festival like this to be taught. The other things is also like you guys having us here as well to spread the word out there. So there's definitely so much work to be done. But the one thing I can say is that the Namibian people are picking up. They're starting to be interested in the work. They're starting to be interested in such events. So I'm quite positive on where things are going for us here in Namibia and for the local people to actually support us. And going out there in the world, for some reason, I mean, personally, I say that I have more audience outside the country than here. But this is just because these people are exposed to such music, and whenever they hear something that is coming from Africa, of course, they would love to come there. So yeah, I'm actually very much happy with where we are going, especially here as locally. I do see a pickup with interest from the public.
Yeah, absolutely. Lastly, and in brief, when and where is the orchestra being held?
So this will be at the National Theatre of Namibia on the 20th and the 21st of June. Tickets are going for 150 general tickets, and for children under the age of 18, it's $50. Show starts at 7 o'clock. I encourage you all to come.
Definitely. I'm already invited, but I'm sure I have a free ticket already.
Good.
But Mr. Indunu, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on this big opportunity. Thank you so much for representing us well. Wish you all the best for this orchestra. Can't wait to see, of course, how it actually gets to turn out.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Eslon Hindundu, the composer and the conductor of an orchestra that's, of course, coming up on the 20th and the 21st of June at the National Theatre. Of course, you can find out more information about the tickets and how how you can participate. This is all about supporting local music and a rather Namibian craft, to be exact, and you can of course support them by finding out more information, buy those tickets and share with your friends on how you can of course be part of this. With that, we've come to the end of today's edition of the Daily Roundup.